Doesn't look like I should hold back here.
Hey. This DLC might be the best piece of Dragon Ball media I've played in years. Maybe even one of the strongest pieces of storytelling this game has offered in its entirety. For me, it stands shoulder to shoulder with the Trunks DLC. It's a perfect example of quality over quantity. Now, I understand the modern DLC landscape. People will expect hours of missions and maps and side quests to justify the price, but this took me under an hour, and it didn't matter. Every second of this short journey felt well crafted. Felt like a love letter, one created by a team who spent over 5 years shaping this world, refining this retelling, and giving fans a chance to live inside the moments we only watched as kids. It's the final chapter of a story we grew up with, and it even gives us one last fight so spectacular that I almost forgave them for skipping the final flash. Let me explain. Now, Goku's Next Journey, released in February of 2024, adapting the very end of Dragon Ball Z, it takes its title from episode 291, the final episode of the original run. A farewell that aired in Japan in 1996 and the West in 2003. A chapter that, for so many fans, marked the end of their childhood. The DLC begins 10 years after Goku defeated Majin Buu. It opens with the rematch against Kid Buu. Technically the same encounter from the main story, but recontextualized as a tutorial. We're reintroduced to the older Dragon Team. Hercule is hyping up the next World Tournament on TV, while Goku's wearing a new gi, a soft visual callback to his earliest adventures. Goku's home has also moved from where we usually see it by the river, sharing the land with Gohan and Videl. And Goku? He's excited. And I mean really excited, because he's been waiting for 10 years for someone to reappear, and he's been keeping a real close eye on that certain participant. But before stepping into that tension, Kakarot does what Kakarot does best. It lets us live in a slice of Dragon Ball history we never truly seen animated. We got a quiet morning, the mundane joy, the slices of life that make the Z era ending so special. Goku's training Pan, his granddaughter, his next protege. Gohan and Videl arrive for breakfast, but not before Goku takes Pan fishing in the same spot he once took Gohan all those years ago. A perfect full circle moment, one that radiates the warmth and familiarity of passing the torch. Now, during breakfast, Goku announces he's entered the tournament. There's a fighter he's been waiting to meet, a powerful presence he sensed years ago. Pan, being Pan, immediately wants in. She may be a toddler, but she's a toddler trained by Son Goku. She's more than ready. And in a moment that still surprises me, Chi-Chi tells Goten he should train too. Not because she wants him to fight, but because his grades are slipping, and if he's not going to study, he might as well be in fighting shape. Goten's now sporting longer hair specifically so he doesn't look like Goku. Goten's far more annoyed that he has to reschedule a date just to train with his dad and niece. I've always loved adult Goten. Seeing him care about normal teenage things, the girl's style, living a human life, makes him feel so different from the rest of the family. We never got enough of that side of him, and hopefully Toyotaro does something meaningful with him when Super returns. The ground battles return here too. Just like in the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, they're welcome back with open arms. There's something special about this grounded hand-to-hand combat, feeling the weight of each punch, each dash, each combo string that changes to a special attack. Kakarot always shines when it keeps your feet on solid earth instead of sending you skyward. Now, while Goten struggles to keep up, we catch a glimpse of Bulma and Vegeta, older, making their way to Goku after 5 long years of not seeing him. Now, we all know Dragon Ball Super is supposed to take place within that time frame, so something's going to need a little retconning down the road in the official media, but for this version of this continuity, it's believable. A new power awakens 1 and 2. The DLCs that introduce Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue happened shortly after Buu, so 5 years isn't impossible, though I'll admit I might just be reaching to make it fit. With Goku entering the tournament, Vegeta decides he and Trunks will join as well. A true Saiyan can't let Kakarot have all the fun. The day finally arrives. The World Tournament grounds aged but familiar, filled with the cast of characters we've grown up with. Everyone's older now, time has moved, but the arena feels eternal, like the stage itself remembers every punch thrown across its tiles. And finally, the one Goku has been waiting for steps forward.
Kakarot! Is this really the guy? The one you were talking about?
Yep.
Impossible. He doesn't seem very powerful. Could it be someone else?
Nope. I'm positive it's him.
Mother was right when she warned me about the tournament. Even though I'm the strongest in the village, it might not be enough to win. This is a gathering of the best in the world. Some of them may even be more powerful than me. Oh, heavens above. How am I supposed to get out of this situation? I already promised everybody I'd win the grand prize and that I'd bring back a ton of food.
Oob. He's been waiting for this chance for a long time. Don't be deceived by his appearance. This guy's the real deal, all right.
But how could you possibly know that? There's nothing special about him.
It sounds strange, but before I destroyed Buu's evil form for good, I made a request of him. I asked him to come back as someone good. That way we could have another fight again. I hope you're reborn as someone good this time. I want to fight you one-on-one again. I'll be waiting for you. And I'm gonna keep getting stronger. And apparently, King Yim overheard me. So he decided to do me a favor and fulfill my request.
What? Hold on. There's no way. You're saying that boy is Buu?
Yep, that's him. I'm even more sure of it now. Haven't you noticed? That boy's name is Oob. See? It's Buu spelled backwards. Yep, I can't wait to see how powerful he really is. It's gonna be awesome.
Hey, old man! Looks like you're my opponent for the first round. What's this? Guess Grandpa here's got an attitude. Or are you so old and senile that you can't even hear anymore? Hey!
My opponent's forfeited. I'll see you in round 2.
Oob, a quiet, nervous boy who doesn't yet understand what he carries inside. Goku reveals the truth here. Oob is Kid Buu reborn, a wish brought to life at the exact moment Goku defeated him with the Super Spirit Bomb. Not a monster this time, but a child with a good heart trying to win the tournament prize money just to feed his starving village. He's the strongest person where he comes from, yet here he realizes for the first time that the world might hold fighters even greater than himself. Goku asks Majin Buu to rig the match number so he can face the boy in the very first round. A moment both mischievous and poetic. It's the beginning of Goku's next chapter. Now before the main event, we step into the shoes of little Pan as she faces her opponent Wild Tiger. In the anime, this match lasts seconds, in the manga it's even fewer, and yet its inclusion here feels right. It adds just a bit more meat to the tournament, padding things without ever overstaying its welcome.
That's a ring out! Winner! Pan takes the first victory and moves up!
But now it's time for Goku vs. Oob, two souls destined to meet again. Goku stands across from Oob not just as an experienced warrior, but as a Saiyan who has spent his entire life following the quiet pull of instinct. It was the same instinct that once carried him into the final battle against Kid Buu, the rawest form of chaos the universe had ever known. And now a decade later, that chaos stands before him reborn, not as a monster, but as a shy, trembling human child with unimaginable power sealed beneath his skin. In Oob's eyes, Goku sees everything at once, the echo of the universe's greatest terror and the fragile, flickering promise of what the power could become when shaped by kindness rather than destruction. As they step forward, the fight feels less like a tournament match and more like the universe folding in on itself, a cycle repeating, a story finding its next chapter. A Saiyan shaped by love now faces the reincarnation of that being he once destroyed, not to end him but to guide him. Oob carries the wild spark of Kid Buu without the malice. Goku carries the wisdom of a lifetime spent learning how to tame the wildness within his own heart. Their battle is the meeting of the same flame in two different stages of life, fire unrefined and fire mastered, colliding not as enemies but as the beginning of something entirely new.
It's a little okay? You can't fight when you're so tense.
Right.
What should I do about this? Maybe he'll calm down if we fight a little. That's something that always works for me. I mean, I might as well give it a shot.
The first exchange is a slugfest. Goku lays into the boy, pushing him, provoking him, testing him. He hurls taunts and barbs meant to drag out Oob's hidden strength, but in the moment it feels almost cruel, like watching a grown man bully a child still learning how to stand. You, the player, are throwing hands faster than he can react, giving him almost no room to breathe here. But it all pays off in the second phase.
Rain down some more insults on this guy. Oh yeah, speaking of your family, your dad's a bedwetter!
My mother isn't fat. My family isn't ugly. And my dad doesn't wet the bed!
Whoa, this is unreal! Wow, look at that power.
Nice!
Oob's anger finally erupts, shaking the arena and stunning everyone watching. As the boy's dormant power awakens, his aura crackles pink, his super attacks take on the haunting, familiar Kid Buu energy. And suddenly that timid child becomes a force of nature, and what follows next is breathtaking. This next sequence is one of the most beautiful renditions of Goku vs. Oob ever animated in any Dragon Ball game. I would even dare say the official media. It captures the very soul of Dragon Ball's fight choreography, weight, speed, impact, emotion, all woven together with the reverence that feels like a goodbye and a beginning at the same time.
I have to beat him! No matter what it takes! I gave them my word that I'd come back victorious! I made everyone a promise! That's why I won't lose again! I have to You can fly?
The match finally concludes with Goku saving Oob from being disqualified. His motivations are no longer hidden to the boy. He finally says the words the entire story has been building towards. He wants to train this young boy to help him become the protector Earth will one day need. This is done as a thematic culmination of his journey from student to master, seeking a successor with the pure untapped potential of Kid Buu that his own sons Gohan and Goten had largely outgrown due to their lack of singular driving martial arts passion. By training the reincarnation of his greatest enemy, Goku transformed a former tool of universal destruction to Earth's ultimate guardian, a full circle moment for him. There's also the selfish motive for him as well, Goku needing a sparring partner whose ceiling was high enough to eventually push him to his limits, effectively growing his own future rival from a blank slate, whose motivation, saving his impoverished village, provided the discipline and hunger that the pampered second generation Saiyans lacked. Throughout the entire game, we watched Goku change the lives of his enemies, Piccolo, Vegeta, now the reincarnation of Majin Buu, but this time it feels very different. This isn't about defeating someone stronger than him or chasing the thrill of a rival. This is Goku stepping into the role of a teacher. He tells his family he's going with Oob, but unlike every departure before, there's no grand goodbye, no abandonment masked as destiny. He promised he'll stay on Earth this time. He'll be around. He's learned, quietly, finally, that he doesn't have to vanish to grow stronger. And with that, the two of them leave for Oob's village. Goku, once the student of Roshi, Korin, Kaiosama, and Kami, now becomes the mystic master, the wandering mentor, the torchbearer guiding the reincarnated chaos of the universe towards harmony. A new story begins and Dragon Ball ends exactly as it should. This doesn't feel like a goodbye, it feels like the quiet closing of one cosmic era and the opening breath of another.
Grandpa, no!
What's wrong?
Grandpa, you're not really leaving, are you?
Yeah?
You can't go yet. It's not fair. Please. What do I do without you?
Hey, come on, don't cry, Pan. It's not like we'll never get to see each other again. Dry those tears, kiddo, because I'm gonna come visit you.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise. But you can't be sad while I'm gone.
Okay.
All right, that's my girl. Sorry about this, Vegeta. I was really looking forward to another fight with the Prince of All Saiyans.
We couldn't have fought for real anyway. Next time we fight, we'll need an entire planet to serve as our arena.
You're too much.
We'll settle this one of these days, and I'll defeat you once and for all.
Sure. Hey, you ready? Let's get going.
Yeah.
Okay, your village is to the south of here, right? Hold on tight.
He did it again.
You know how Goku is. I haven't seen him this happy in a while. You can't fool me. You say you're training him to replace you. But I know the real reason you want that boy to get even stronger. You're always looking for yet another sparring partner.
Hey, Oob, once you're finished with all your training, why don't you and I have another match so we can test the limits of your power?
Sure, why not?
It'll be really fun. To be honest with you, I can hardly wait. Don't you think this is thrilling, Oob? The two of us going head-to-head in an all-out fight.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. Your training starts now!
Yes!
You got more than that. Come on, let it out!
But even with the credits rolling, this is far from Goku's last story. Not in this game, not by a long shot. We pick back up with Goku at home training with Pan, her curiosity spilling out in only a way a child can manage. How could her grandpa become this strong? What made him this different? The two sit by a campfire as Goku shares something rare. Not a tale of triumph, but humility.
To get as strong as I am now, of course, I did a lot of training. Like, a lot of training. But I also met all kinds of people along the way and fought tons of powerful opponents.
Whoa! I bet you beat every strong person you ran into, right, Grandpa?
That's not true. I've been beaten plenty of times.
Huh? Really?
But those experiences made me stronger and motivated me to work even harder.
Oh.
Pan believes he's won every battle he's ever faced, but Goku admits he's been defeated many times. He's been pushed down, outclassed, beaten into the dirt, yet he's never stayed down. Every loss has become a lesson to him. Every defeat has been a doorway. Goku never treats losing as a shame. It's a fuel, a chance to understand himself, rebuild himself, and rise again. Pan heads home with Videl, and Goku stays behind, reflecting on the enemies who's forged him. Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu. We relive those memories through a mental training gauntlet, each fight echoing Goku's own narration, and the place where he imagines them is the same quiet clearing where the game began. The same place he once reflected on his battle with Piccolo at the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai. The story circles back on itself once more. Gohan arrives, having returned to the spot for the same reason. It's peaceful and familiar and carries memories he treasures. It shows just how deeply he valued that time with his father and how much those moments shaped him into the man he is now. But now, the real match begins.
You're late, Kakarot.
Sorry! I was just getting ready to fight you. And I guess I lost track of time.
This is the day I defeat you.
That's the spirit. We'll just have to see if I can one-up you this time.
Shut your mouth. This is it. Prepare to lose.
Goku heads off into the familiar mountain range where Vegeta waits him, the old itch tugging at both their hearts. There's something powerfully poetic about them returning to the same battleground where they first clashed. Back then there was no respect. This fight was completely out of survival. Vegeta arrived as a conqueror, Goku as Earth's last line of defense. Now they stand in the same space, reborn by everything they've endured. This match isn't about hatred or pride or the fate of the world. It's about two men sharpened by the same history, rivals who pushed each other to become more than they ever could have alone. Goku's optimism pulled Vegeta from the abyss. Vegeta's pride forced Goku to keep climbing. They become mirrors, reflections of a path neither would walk without the other. And that's why this rematch matters. It's a celebration, not a confrontation, a living testament that rivals can become partners and enemies can become something closer to brothers.
The real fight begins now!
Right!
That's what I like to see!
This is starting to get tough.
Get ready! Here it comes!
The match itself is the strongest boss fight in Kakarot, a fusion of cutscenes and gameplay that captures every drop of blood, sweat, pride, and the memory these two have carried. And instead of tapping into those godly forms, both return to the pinnacle of their mortal Saiyan power. Goku with Super Saiyan 3 and Vegeta with what feels like a perfected Super Saiyan 2. The devs even include that button-mashing struggle straight out of the Budokai era, that kind of retro spark that reminds fans why these clashes meant so much. It all ends in a nuclear-sized explosion that levels the mountains as the match concludes in a draw. A likely homage to the finale Toriyama wrote for Dragon Ball Online, where the final battle shook the cosmos itself.
What's wrong, Kakarot? Is that truly the best you can do?
The final scene gently reminds us who Goku truly is. A man who strives endlessly not because he wants glory, but because growing stronger means understanding himself more deeply. A Saiyan who finally embraces his heritage, not as a conqueror but as a guardian. The game closes with Goku and Vegeta staring into the horizon, ready for the next challenge side by side. A rivalry born in chaos, now carried forward in harmony. When I look back on this retrospective, from Bardock staring into the last light of Planet Vegeta, to Teen Goku walking onto the 23rd Budokai stage, to the Frieza arc's grief, the Android timeline tragedy, the hope carried by Trunks, the desperation of the Buu saga, and now this quiet epilogue, I realized something. Kakarot never set out to retell every single detail of Dragon Ball, but it set out to remind us why this story still means something. Every DLC, every story chapter, every detour and a moment Toriyama left unwritten, it all stitched together the same timeless truth. Growth isn't loud, it isn't linear. It happens in small spaces, in the training grounds, in the silent stares before a fight, in a father teaching his child, and a warrior admitting fear. Bardock fought for a future he'd never see. Goku grew from a boy chasing the thrill of battle into a man who shoulders the weight of other people's hopes. Piccolo learned the true strength is not derived from isolation or conquest, but from the deep, selfless connections he's forged. Gohan discovered the hard lesson that peace is a fragile privilege requiring vigilance. Trunks carried an entire world on his back only to learn hope can be rebuilt. Vegeta walked from pride to a purpose. And Oob is a reminder that even destruction can be reborn into something gentle. Kakarot ties all of this together with a beautiful meaning. Every arc in this game mirrors the ones before it. Fathers and sons, masters and students, rivals and comrades, each one passes the torch even when they don't realize it. That's why I feel like this DLC just lands so emotionally well. Goku embracing Oob isn't the end of a saga, it's the natural continuation of everything he's ever learned across the whole journey. He's no longer running off to chase strength alone. He's guiding it forward. He's staying on Earth and he's choosing connection over his frequent isolation. I think that's what made this entire game so special to play. It reminded me, and maybe reminded you, that Dragon Ball has never truly been about gods and forms or universe-ending stakes. It's about people growing. It's about how their journeys braid together. It's about loss, resilience, stubborn hope, and the belief that even the smallest spark can become something greater. Kakarot let us live inside those moments again. It let us remember what it felt like to witness these stories for the first time and to understand them differently now that we're older. And now at the end of this entire road, with Goku staring towards the horizon besides Vegeta standing just behind him, it feels less like a goodbye and more like a promise of another sunrise. Not the end of a story, just the end of this chapter, and the beginning of the next journey, for them and for us.
Kakarot,
Yeah?
tell me, what drives your thirst for power?
Well,
For me, it's to finally defeat you. But you, I don't understand.
let's see here. I think you hit the mark. At the beginning of our fight, you said that wanting to do battle was the mark of a true Saiyan. To tell you the truth, the second I heard that, it really resonated with me. Because for all I know, there could be someone far away who I've never heard of that's crazy strong. Thoughts like that make me happy. It helps keep me motivated. You know? Because I'd want to find whoever this person is and challenge them to an all-out fight. I want to be able to win, but I can't pull that off unless I train a whole bunch. So you see, I'll keep on pushing myself to get even stronger. I bet you feel the same way, right?
I should have known. You never change.
Oh, yeah! I'm getting pumped up just thinking about fighting someone strong! Yes! I'm so excited I can hardly take it!
With Goku defending Earth, the future looks bright, and his path to power continues onward.